we have been looking at mattresses before this, and you know, the one that we had really decided on was like $4,500. I mean, it was essentially 4 times the price, and it was a very nice bed. And we looked at others that were less expensive, but because they didn't have you know, the same type of technology, they're gonna have divots. We're gonna end up with a bed with, you know, holes in it again. And one of my friends shared on Twitter something about Purple, and I went and watched the Kickstarter video, and I was like, oh, holy cow, this is awesome.
I was just so eager, and I had been pregnant, and so every moment was uncomfortable, even on my own bed. And so I just was super excited to get this mattress.
I walked to the front door and saw someone outside right as it showed up, and saw the UPS guy bringing it to the door. And so I immediately opened the door and said, hey, if you want to just bring it right on inside, you can. And he's like, I'm good, because it was really heavy. But the packaging is awesome. I mean, it's in that tight roll with handles, and aside from being really heavy, it's just very, very convenient.
And I kind of hoisted it onto the box springs, and it was a little tricky, but once you kind of unwrapped the pieces, it fluffed up on its own, and then it was manageable. Yeah.
So the first night was great, actually. I had been meaning to make a chiropractor appointment because I'd slept on the couch a night, and on our bed, just it wasn't super comfortable, and my back was starting to get a little bit tight. So I was about ready to make the call, and I was like, well, we have a new bed, and it spreads out your weight a little bit nicer, so I'll give it a shot. And after the first night, I was like, oh, this feels really good. And after 2 or 3 days of sleeping on it, I was like, I'm not gonna go to the chiropractor anymore. Like, my back feels great. Just, it's a good experience.
Yeah, and I always sleep really, really hot after I have babies. And this was about a week after we had our little girl. And I just was really warm in our old bed. And the first night, I was not, like, nowhere near the same heat level, I guess you could say. I just was sleeping really comfortably, temperature-wise. And it is a little bit, it's a different feel than a regular mattress, but it was so comfortable, and I just kind of feel like I'm laying suspended, you know, mid-air, because of the way it supports everywhere on your body, and just really comfortable. I also want to say one thing that I really like about it. I mentioned that I was a sensitive sleeper, and I can't even tell when he moves, and I can't tell when he gets up in the morning, and that's a big plus for me, because on our last mattress, a lot of times I would wake up, even sometimes when he'd turn over, and I don't do that at all anymore.
I mean, when you're talking about beds and their different technologies and what's gonna stand up and not have big dips in it and stuff after several years, by far, Purple is the least expensive of all of them.
I laid on it 1 second and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm totally sold. It was so much more comfortable.
I would absolutely recommend Purple.